So enigmatic and charismatic, gotta live static, gotta get at it, never pragmatic, cause we live tragic. I can't live average, to be alive's magic. Turn it up in the back cause I'm grabbing everything I want, get in my way and I'm stabbing. I'll be moving crowds till I'm 6 feet napping. They need another fix, hooked on like an addict. I got my eyes on the prize and it's changing lives. I wanna live till I die, make a difference, right? I wanna give those in need a reason to fight. I wanna live every day like it's my last night. I wanna change how we play the game, rearrange all the pieces till they say my name, push an agenda against doing what they say. I wanna stand up and start a revolution.
I wanna start a revolution. I wanna start a revolution. What is up, everybody? Angry Americans in the house. And everyday fourth. Let's go ahead and get started. We're back in the studio. We're a little rusty. It's been a long time. It's been a hell of a long time. A lot has transpired. We got a lot to cover. But you heard it right. And we'll start here. Joe Truth is no more. We've decided to switch direction after what we just went through. And I think I speak for millions of people when I don the angry American label. You know, I think I speak for millions of people. Do you feel hornswoggled? I mean, because I know I do. And I've talked to so many people over these last few months that are just beside themselves. You know, people that voted for the current president and feel like they got hornswoggled. My story, if this ever gets out, if this ever gains traction, my story is going to set the world on fire. Completely. Now, we're going to start way back when. Preschool, kindergarten, first grade. When you were taught to tell the truth no matter what. Never lie because lying is bad. You tell the truth because that's what good people do. So I molded my moral compass around telling the truth. Who would have thought 35 years later I'd be in the position I am today? Today is January 19th, and it holds no real significance other than I am no longer a small business owner. No longer a small business owner. It is hard to believe that it's over. But I am here to tell you people, it is over. So how did it happen? How did it go down? We're going to talk about it. Now, there are some things I can't disclose. I can't tell you the who. I can't label them. I can't put faces or names in the mix. But I am going to tell you what went down. So in the process of telling you the truth that we saw, and we had seen it for a couple years. You know, I own this company 6 years. And probably the last two things were very odd. As a business owner, you are worried about the matrix. You are worried about, the metrics. You are worried about the numbers. And we saw some things that were odd. Like they were completely and utterly just very odd. So I decided that I was going to take to TikTok under the ruse of a character And that lasted about a year with the truth. And we did. And we were so right about so many things. That's how we were able to get 700,000 followers collectively on all platforms and all the band accounts. 700,000 followers. Because people want to know the truth. People don't want to be lied to. That's the thing. People don't want to be lied to. Well, some people. There are some people out there that are okay with a little sheepery, and that's fine. If you choose to live your life under a veil, then that's fine. But I can tell you at least 700,000 people choose to be shot straight. So that's what we did. I never thought in a million years one video, one social media video would decimate all of this. And I don't mean just Joe Truth. I'm talking about my business, my livelihood. My kids helped build this business. Like small businesses do. My kids worked with their father, trying to build something, a legacy. That's what a father wants to leave ultimately for his children is legacy. I never would have thought that it would be taken away in the matter of weeks. And it was. We did the infamous canned water video, and that shot off a firestorm, man. I mean, there's no way to sugarcoat it. A firestorm. I was facing lawsuits from the carrier, from the customer, from the vendor, and from subsequent other carriers who felt threatened by the video. You heard that right. People that were not even customers were trying to sue for the content that we put out. Now, I don't know about you, but I can tell you in this day and age, a small business cannot sustain multiple lawsuits. It is just not plausible. So I was offered a choice. You can take option A, and that is just keep running the operations of your company, and all 4 of your major customers will pull out in unison. In unison. Why? Because this industry is so intertwined. You have brokers that are intertwined with the carrier, the drivers, the owner-operators. Like everybody is in bed with one another. And when push comes to shove, they always follow the big money. It is always about money. How many times did we go over this and say, hey, this is about money and control? How many times? This is no different. This instance was no different. So you can take option A and lose all your customers. Now, it doesn't take a genius to know no customers, no revenue, no business, it doesn't even matter anyway. Or you can take option B, and that is sell your company to this conglomerate, this individual, however you want to put it, and your employees will still have a job and your company will still go on, only you will not be attached to that company. So I had a lot of thinking to do. A lot of thinking. Now, COVID was not a bad time for us. We were actually busier than we've ever been during the pandemic. But over the last 9, 10 months, we started to struggle. We started, as so many others, to succumb to the big players out there. And you know who delivers packages to your door just a few clicks away. See their vans everywhere. You know who. Small business is a dying art. It truly is. And we knew we were facing some hard times. And lawsuits on top of that and customers walking away, it would just decimate. We'd be done. So I took a little bit of time. And during this time, I also caught COVID, but we'll talk about that. And I decided to make the best business decision possible, and that was to sell the company, to turn my back on something that I had put my blood, sweat, and tears. And make no mistake, when you are a small business owner, it is blood, sweat, and tears every day to turn my back and walk away. Now, that is not an easy decision, and I struggled with it mightily. But at the end of the day, I had to do what was best for the employees and what was best for my family, because these lawsuits were going to dig. They were going to dig deep, and they were going to go after everything, all because we wanted to show you the anomalies. They had been going on pre-COVID. Do you understand? This supersedes the pandemic. This started before the pandemic. It was exacerbated by the pandemic, and it has never stopped since. The craziest story I've ever heard is the one I'm living today. Now, in the process of all of this, I was advised to stay away from social media. Now, I find it still to this day, I'm baffled that making videos on TikTok incited such a response. People, listen to what I have to say. Share this with your children especially. Social media is not just social media anymore. All right? If you're going to use that excuse, it's just social media, you are setting yourself up for an epic ass whipping. Epic. And your fall will be so swift and so hard, you will not know what hit you. I promise you. Like, it has not even set in. It is over, and it still has not set in. And make no mistake, it is over. At the end of business day today, which was 5 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, 1700 for all of you military people out there, I sold the company. Now, a lot of people hear the word sell and they're like, well, at least you sold it. So a year ago, we had flirted with doing something different, my son and I. Before he decided to join the military, we decided we wanted to do some landscaping. We thought we would just rock it out and wanted to do something together. So I had flirted with selling this business. Had a buyer out of Cleveland, Ohio. He was ready to move. He wanted to expand his coverage area, knew that we had the reputation, knew that we had the clientele already in place. You're basically walking into a business that is fully functional and turning a profit. When you sell a company, I think it's 7 years. You do like a 7-year average to come up with your asking price, and there's more in the algorithm. I'm just giving you a very high overview. What I asked for the company and what I sold the company for today. Now, this is 1 year ago. I got about 12 cents on the dollar. 12 cents on the dollar. So to say that this has ruined me financially is an understatement. But it's okay. It's money. It can be built again, and it certainly will. I've had success in everything that I've ever attempted. So, money is just a tool. People that are wealthy, people that know how to use money, know it's a tool. It's not everything. It's not the only thing that matters. It is a tool to help you be successful. Now, we find ourselves here today, and we're going to talk about where we're going. I don't want any backlash because, make no mistake, over the 2 years, the 8 banned accounts, and the 700,000 followers that we've racked up, we have a truth squad that is unmatched. Like, these people are dedicated. It's not a huge percentage, but there's a small percentage of that 700,000 that are dedicated, and you know who you are. And they're going to want blood for this. They certainly are. We're not going to reach out. There's no repercussion for them. We're going to let the chips fall where they may. Please, because that is part of the legality side of this. We're not going to go after anybody. We're not going to speak a word about it. It is done. It is over. It is signed, sealed, and delivered. And like I said, I am no longer the owner of that company. I am no longer on the staff of that company or payroll of that company. That does not even exist in my world anymore. During this time, and I want to talk about this in depth, and I want you guys to understand my experience here because it may save your life. During that time, I got sick, very sick. I was diagnosed with COVID. And I got to tell you, as an individual with nothing to hide, who lays it out there, and it is what it is, whether you like it or not, I'm going to give you the cold, hard truth about COVID. Or whatever this is. Whatever this is. They tend to put the word COVID or the label COVID on it, so we're going to go with it. I have never been so sick. Never. In my life. Now, it wasn't the illness. It wasn't the symptoms. It wasn't the coughing. It wasn't the breathing. It wasn't the fever. The body aches sucked, but it wasn't even the body aches. What really was the scary thing was the lethargy. Listen, I passed out driving, ended up in a ditch, tore my Cadillac up. My SUV was trashed. 2 days later, I passed out in the shower, fell out the shower onto the floor, standing up, passing out in the shower because I was so tired. I was too tired to turn around, turn the water off, get out of the shower, dry off, and flop my ass on my bed. That is how this works. This new iteration, whatever. I think what is it? Omicron. That's what they said. I asked how you decipher between the two, and they said it's just the wave that you catch COVID in. So if you catch COVID today, you have Omicron, but if you caught it 4 months ago, you had Delta. There is no way to decipher which is which, but it's all about when you catch it. Never have I been so afraid for my health. Never. I am still, to this day, 70%. I am not back to normal. And there are people walking around blindly saying that this does not exist. You are setting yourself up. You are endangering your family. I am telling you right now. Treat this shit with the utmost respect, because if you catch it, if you catch this illness, whatever it is, I don't care what you want to label it as. If you catch it, you will know. You will definitely know. And it affects everybody different. Somebody very close to me caught it. Somebody I care about very much. They were down 3 days and they were good. I am working on several weeks after the fact, and I am still not 100%. And this happened during all of this that was going on. So to add icing on the cake, to add insult to injury, I get sick with the very thing that I have sworn to stand up and just point out the flaws with. I ate my words on that one. So I'm begging you, if you're out there and you're like, that shit ain't real. Ain't no COVID. I ain't wearing a mask. Yep. I'm not using that hand sanitizer. I'm begging you, protect yourself and your family. Because what I got, that's not natural. That is not natural. I've had the flu. I've had the common cold. I've been very sick before. I'm telling you unequivocally, that is not natural. Now, take that however you want to take it. If you want to say that guy said it's a bioweapon, take it however you want to take it. I'm just telling you from my experience, there is no way that is natural. There is no way you can have that much going on at one time. The body aches were paralyzing. The upper back, I'm telling you, I got a massage chair. I got one of those hypervolt massage guns, not the cheap kind, the good kind. I couldn't even use that on my body because it hurt so bad. So bad. Please protect your family. I'm telling you. They got us dead to right here. They do. And I'm just waiting for that kraken. And I don't know what it is. Could it be Russia? Could it be what's going on today? I don't know. But that kraken's coming. So now that you know what has happened, now that you finally have a good explanation, I want to address a certain group of you that want to minimize this loss, that want to question the validity of my story, that want to sit here and throw words out there like scammer. You can kiss my ass. For sure. Because I decided to stand up for integrity. Okay? And consequently, I lost everything because of it. I could have went down my road and never done any of this. And it would have been all the same to me. But I decided that all of you, that my neighbor and the people I'd never met before are more important than just turning a blind eye to what was blatantly different. That consistently changed. So you, that group of people, can kiss my ass. And I mean that from the bottom of my heart. If you want to sit there and try to say that I am lying or that I am scamming, some of the new followers don't know the links of what we have done. They just don't. I don't know what the hell that was. Can we not? What'd you hit? Soundboard. I don't know what you just did, but some of the new followers don't know about the Discord that we had going and trying to teach hundreds of people that have never had any financial advice or training how to buy crypto and buy stocks and sell them. Some of the new people don't know the links we went to try to better this group, these truth seekers, these hardcore truthers that hitched their wagon to us and said, we believe you, we're going to support you. I had a lady. This is real. Now, during all of what I just told you transpired, I was told no social media. That means the Discord as well. No social media, Joe. This is my lawyer. His whole practice was working on this lawsuit, trying to prevent me from being just totally destroyed, trying to prevent me from losing or having to sell my way out of this. So I did not do the Discord. And I told everyone that I was not going to be doing it any longer. This person didn't cancel their subscription. And they wanted to be reimbursed. And I kid you not. Reimbursed their $20 because there was inactivity on the Discord. Meanwhile, back in the real world, I'm standing here trying to figure out what I'm going to do going forward because there's no way out of this. There's no way out of it. The big boy consequences have come home to roost. Is it roost? Yeah. There's no way out of it. I was done, dead to right. They had me where they wanted me. Legal team saying, hey, I don't know where we go from here. You could fight it. You could make a big stink. You could go public and hope that it gains some traction and some negative publicity for them, and maybe they back off. But I wouldn't hold my breath in today's climate. And this lady wanted her $20 back. So to those people, you can kiss my ass. And I mean that. If you don't like that, unfollow right now. Do not spend another second listening to any of this. Now that they're gone, where do we go from here? Because it needs to be like a very well thought out plan. So I sat with my team because, again, these people have ridden with me. You know who you are. And I'm going to shout some of you guys out in a little bit. But I sat with a few members from the team, and we're trying to figure out where we're going to go from here, because we certainly are not just going to bow our heads and walk off into the night. Oh, no. No, no, no. I am about to be the biggest pain in the ass the world has ever seen. Like, I mean that. I'm not going to stop. I'm going to do everything I can to not get these accounts banned. But I'm going to expose each and every one of these snakes, because that's what they are. These slitherers, and the hypocrisy that they call doing their job or doing public service or whatever the case may be. We're going to go after them. We're going to go after the biggest ones, because those big fish, they really think that there's no one in their pond and nobody can touch them. They can erase you. Forget cancel culture. I'm talking these individuals can erase your existence. So they think they can't be messed with. Who pays the price there? Who do you think pays the price there? Because it's not them. They're not paying the price. I learned that through this process. The corporate elite, the elite period, they don't pay a price. Not like you and I. We lose everything. Even our freedom. Sometimes our life. They don't lose a damn thing. They certainly don't lose any sleep. You can't affect them financially. They lose nothing. You lose everything. So we're going to be the biggest pain in the ass. That is what the angry American is going to be about. And I hope that you decide to be a part of this. I want to expose this so that you become an angry American. It's going to take, hear me out here, it's going to take a concerted effort from many angry Americans, many, to get this done. If we do not do this, it's over. Just like my business was over, it's over. I mean that. Listen to me. People, if you're not listening to me, please hear me. I was forced out of something that I purchased, that I helped build into something great, and nobody batted an eye. Nobody. Nobody came to my rescue. Nobody wanted to report on it. Nobody wanted to hear it. This is what I was told. This happens all the time. I said, excuse me? Like, this happens all the time. Oh, yeah. In corporate America, this happens all the time. They come at you with a sell. If you wish not to sell, they become a major competitor. Now, it's a scenario of big fish eat the little fish. If that fish is big enough, they will force your hand. They will back you into a corner, and you have no other recourse but to submit. That's what happened to me in this case. I had no other recourse. That's what I was saying on the TikTok. When does integrity become stupidity? Because there was still a piece of me, And it was a big piece of me that wanted to say, nope. Let's see it unfold. Let's see these customers in unison leave. Because it's not like you can just up and go and have your operation continue on. But they had something for me there, you see. They already had a plan in place with 2 of those customers to redirect what we did to other facilities close and still not impact as they found a suitable replacement. These big fish have no conscience. These big fish lose no sleep. These big fish know no bounds. So if it can happen to me, it can happen to you. And if it can happen to you, it can happen to your family. And if it can happen to your family, it can happen to anyone. You got to know what you're up against. The biggest part of war, if you want to be successful, you got to know your enemy. You got to know them inside and out, their strengths, their weaknesses, and everything in between. And if you don't, then you're just going to constantly fight. And everybody loses a battle every now and again. I don't care who you are. Now, with that statement in place, we're going to march straight into this. This angry American, it's going to be a movement. I'm going to need all of your help for content, for ideas. We're going to make this thing something to be reckoned with. And I tried to talk about this a little before, but like I said, the legal team said, stop. You're just playing into their hand. You need to be silent right now. You need to do something that you haven't done in 2 years, and that is shut up. And they're right. That was one of the hardest things to do, was to swallow my pride and sit idly by and watch this unfold. Aren't you angry yet? Haven't you seen enough yet? Or will it take a little more to get you angry? Every day you are presented with some more terrible news. Every day. It never fails. And even when it's a slow news cycle, they go in hard on the previous items. Aren't you tired of hearing about this election? Aren't you tired of it? Are you tired of your emotions being played with? Because they still are beating this drum that they're going to change the results. And for the segment of you that didn't want a changing of the guard, aren't you tired of hearing that? Aren't you tired of your emotions being played with? And that's just one example. There's so much going on that is tearing at the very fabric of this country, and nobody wants to see it. This new generation, they've refused to see it. They've become a part of it. I'm serious. We're going to discuss a lot of things on here. Very sensitive subjects. We're most definitely going to piss people off. Most definitely. When we decide to go in on critical race theory, that is going to really be one to listen to. When we decide to go in on the genderism, that is going to be one that really sets people off. But it needs to be said. Because if you're just an average American, if you're just getting idly by, living day to day, just wanting to raise your family for them to be healthy and successful in life, you're being forced to deal with this stuff. You truly are. Where is this coming from? That is the second time. Maybe they're in the computer. Who knows? Aren't you angry yet? We can pick another subject. Let's just do the most relevant subject today, COVID. Aren't you tired of not knowing what to believe? I'm sorry, if you're a sane, rational person, you've broken this down. You know there's some illness out there. You know people are getting sick. All the extra, that isn't for this podcast. I'm just saying the bare basics. And you know you're getting false information on both sides. From both sides of this, you are getting nothing but false information. Aren't you angry yet? I mean, what is it going to take? If you're happy in today's world, I got to ask you one question. What the hell is wrong with you? And I mean that. If you can put a smile on your face and it is a legitimate smile and you are happy-go-lucky, I'm going to wonder what the hell is wrong with you. And these are just a couple of examples. January 6th. Aren't you tired of hearing about this? Do you want to see some action? Whether it be on this side of it or that side, are you tired of hearing about it yet? I almost feel like all of this is intentionally brought to you by, I'm trying to scare the shit out of you. And people are just not seeing that. Whoever that is, whoever I'm trying to scare the shit out of you is, all of this is brought to you by them. And it's meant to do exactly that. You know, when you're on this side of this, and you're an influencer, and you have a pretty good, sizable group of individuals that listen on a regular basis, they feel like they know you. And they reach out. And they tell... Okay, we got to see what the hell this is, dude. Like this... What is that? You don't know what that is? Yeah, I'm just wondering if you're touching something because that... All right, we're just going to close the soundboard. Thank you. Aren't you tired of it? I'm being for real. Are you tired of the misinformation? Are you tired of all the games? Are you tired of not knowing what you're going to find when you get home and you flick on that TV? Or you open up your laptop? Or you turn on your computer? Are you afraid to see what tomorrow brings? Because today it was about Russia. And the fact that Joe Biden, our president of the United States, has basically green-lighted an incursion on the Ukraine. Did you hear what I just said? And this isn't Fox that's doing this. No, this isn't Newsmax that's reporting this. Remember, I watch all sides to get perspective. This is CNN putting this out there. So you mean to tell me that our president is okay with Russia? And make no mistake, it is our second biggest adversary on this planet. Make no mistake about it. They are constantly maneuvering to take this down. That they're okay with them invading a sovereign nation. They're okay with it. This administration's cool with that. That's what CNN said. Don't take it from me. I'm just the angry American. That's what CNN said not 1 hour ago. And it's brought to you by, I'm just trying to scare the shit out of you. Whoever that is. We've put some names on it in the past few months, but I'm not allowed to do that anymore. Because that designer was also named in the lawsuit, by the way. Because I was using their name and likeness to represent something evil. Like, this thing went deep, man. I'm never ever going to be able to articulate it to you the way I would like to. I'd just like to hand you the folder of all the shit that I got. But that's today's news. What was it yesterday? It was a tsunami, right? It was a volcano that exploded underneath the earth or the water. Submerged in one way, shape, or form. A volcano that exploded and kicked off a tsunami alert. I can't make this shit up. And I'm not sure who on the backside of it is making it up for the news stations. Like, they got to be, their creative writing team has to be top freaking notch. Top notch. To come up with this in the manner in which they do. Aren't you angry yet? Are you tired of being played a sucker and a fool? Are you tired of losing everything? You may not think you're losing everything, but you're losing it just like I have. Only you're losing it transactions at a time. As inflation hits a 40-year high. A 40-year high. You're losing your money a transaction at a time. At the end of this, you too will be like, dude, I've lost everything. It's insane. It is utterly insane. And nobody is talking about it. Nobody is putting it together. You have all these creators out here, and they all want to do their own thing. They all want to be famous. Make no mistake about it. But nobody is putting it together. They won't collab, not to save their life. I don't know. My question for you is, are you angry yet? Have you had enough yet? I know I have. I know I stand here today battered and bruised and beaten. But like I said, the one good thing that came from this, if there's any silver lining, is the 700,000 followers. I'm telling you. I need your help. You need to bring people in. We need to go live on TikTok, Instagram. You need to bring your like-minded people in. You need to put content on the page. Make a video, send it to me. We'll post it. Uncover something. Send it to me. We'll post it. You'll get the credit. It's going to take a concerted effort from all of you. Or, just like I was given a choice, option A or option B, or you can just keep living like you're living today, not knowing what tomorrow is going to bring, waiting for the next awful event to happen in your life, in our life, until it's just one too many, until it's the final act, whatever that is. 2022 has been horrible. Highlighted by the end of 2021 losing America's grandma. Betty White was my people. I grew up watching the Golden Girls. So much is going on. So much. People are trying to warn you. They're trying to open your eyes. They're being labeled crazies, conspiracy theorists. They're trying. Or they're losing their businesses in the process. They are doing whatever it takes. They are playing with a loaded deck. We don't stand a chance. I'm telling you. If we keep doing this all on our own, nobody wanting to collab, come together, really prop something up and make it some solid shit, we stand no chance. None. So if you're not ready to come together behind this and make this something, and if it's not this, it's something else that you like, as long as their intent is pure, I say go for it. But if you're not ready to do that, you're not a solution, you're a problem. If you're a creator out there and you're just trying to ante up the next guy, you're definitely not a solution. You are a problem. I've had to deal with creators that just run their mouth. I've had to deal with moderators, people that get in good with you, that just turn around and trash you. I just told you the story about the lady wanting her $20 back. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? But that's where we are. You have all these takers out there and a very small amount of givers. And they're just being taken to the cleaners. Literally. I'm the angry American from this day forth. Joe Truth is done. Are we still going to do the same stuff? Sure. We're going after the truth. It's got to be exposed. People got to know what the hell is going on. They need to stop living in this fantasy world, and they need to see it for what it actually is. But the good guy persona, it's got to go. It got me nowhere. It got me broke. And I mean that in a literal and proverbial sense. I'm broke. Like my faith in humanity is broke. I never thought that I would sit here and have to explain what the hell just transpired. I never thought I'd have to sit here and plead with people to come together and stop letting this shit divide us. All these things that are meant to scare you, brought to you by I'm just trying to scare the hell out of you. And have to explain it and try to bring people together because they're ready to jump off a ledge. All of them sitting at different ends of the ledge, all ready to jump off. They're playing all of you. And they're doing it so well. I mean, I'll give them that. I'll give them that they've executed this almost flawlessly. Almost. It's time to wake up, people. It is time to wake up and get behind something. I'm telling you. If you don't believe in something, you'll fall for anything. You better believe that. So I'm going to try to do this as much as possible. I'm also going to try to do TikTok as much as possible. I need your guys' help. Without you, all of this goes silent and I just go on my path. I'm telling you. I'm there with it. If you guys are ready to take a stand for what is good, what is true, what is just in the world, you got somebody with a 700,000 follower account, that platform that's ready to go to war with you. You just bring it. All of you, bring it. And I'll stand right there with you. And we will turn the volume all the way up. Or you can choose option A. And you can keep coming home, turning the TV on, opening your laptop, turning on your computer, jumping out on Facebook, and seeing what bullshit is being brought to you today by I'm just trying to scare the hell out of you. I'm the angry American.
So enigmatic and charismatic, gotta live static, gotta get at it, never pragmatic, cause we live tragic. I can't live average, to be alive's magic. Turn it up in the back cause I'm grabbing everything I want, get in my way and I'm stabbing. I'll be moving crowds till I'm 6 feet napping. They need another fix, hooked on like an addict. I got my eyes on the prize and it's changing lives. I wanna live till I die, make a difference, right? I wanna give those in need a reason to fight. I wanna live every day like it's my last night. I wanna change how we play the game, rearrange all the pieces till they say my name, push an agenda against doing what they say. I wanna stand up and start a revolution. I wanna start a revolution. I wanna start a revolution.